Radiant and Resilient is about mindset and faith to break paradigms and overcome challenges in our life. Because when the mind, body, and spirit are aligned, we literally radiate from the inside out. I'm Kay Vasquez. Let's dive in. In this episode, I want to share a little bit about me. Who am I? Who is Kate Vasquez? Well, to give you a little background, I used to consider myself as a high achiever, a perfectionist, type A, because I thought that having that personality type was going to help me achieve the things that I wanted in life. Because, I'm sure as you're listening to this, you probably want the same things. You want to be successful, have a successful career or successful business, be able to be successful financially, to be able to provide for your family, to be able to go on trips and travel and spend more time. So, when I was starting out as a physician assistant, my goal was, to become a PA. One, because I wanted to help people, but two, I thought that it was going to give me the financial freedom in order to feel successful in my life. And so, after I became a physician assistant about 5, 6 years in, I realized I wasn't feeling successful anymore. Actually, I was not fulfilled with my career. I was feeling unhappy. I was mentally and emotionally and physically just exhausted and just overwhelmed. And I even remember thinking, like, is this all there is? Because I thought when I first got started, I was going to be a PA for the rest of my life. But 5, 6 years in, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Because I realized, one, I wasn't really truly helping people. And two, I still did not feel successful financially. I still felt restrained around traveling and having freedom to spend time with my husband, to hang out with friends, because I was working 4 to 5 days a week, sometimes even on the weekend. And that's when a lot of times family and friends got together. I was working around holidays. So I wasn't feeling that freedom to be able to have the life that I envisioned, have the life that I wanted. And so I eventually learned about functional medicine, dove in, started to get my certification. And at the same time, my husband and I had gone to a Tony Robbins event, Date with Destiny. And during that event, God put on my heart to go start my own practice. However, at the time, I was scared because I knew nothing about a business. I learned about medicine and how to be a physician assistant, not how to start my own business. So there was a lot of fear. At the time, I found a physician assistant to shadow who actually had her own functional medicine practice, with the hope of getting some experience and hopefully having the opportunity to work with her. But it ended up not working out. And so I am so grateful that it didn't, because again, God put on my heart to go start my own practice. And when he put that on my heart for a second time, I knew I had to have a leap of faith. And God reminded me in that moment that he was going to be there every step of the way. And so I jumped in. I started my practice the same time I was getting my certification, because I really wanted to truly help people heal, to finally help them get to the root cause, feel their best self, and also create that life that I envisioned for myself, to create that freedom, to be able to create my own schedule, to go on vacation whenever I wanted, not feel so restrained and limited to how many days I could take off. I wanted to be able to spend more time with my husband, spend time with family and friends, have enjoy the holidays again. So I thought that, yes, this is my path to freedom, my path to success. However, little did I know that the entrepreneurial journey is really a healing journey. And so it led me down a path where I came face to face with so many fears, so many limiting beliefs, so many old patterns, and so many circumstances and events and things really triggered my inner child. And I didn't realize that those were moments, those were opportunities to help me to heal. They were showing me what I needed to let go of, what I needed to heal from. so I could step into the next version of myself, so I can really go after achieving success and everything that I wanted in my life. Because if I was staying the same Kate who was working in the urgent care, I wasn't going to get that. So that was a big revelation for me as I started this journey. And not only that, I always have prioritized my health because what was important to me was my energy and feeling my best self physically and mentally and emotionally. Yet, on this journey, the first few years in, I found myself burnt out again, just like I was in PA school, mentally overwhelmed, stressing about all the little things, things that were outside of my control, trying to force things to happen that weren't happening, and emotionally just feeling, yeah, just anxious and so much fear and doubt and guilt and shame. It was all coming up around, yeah, how I wasn't successful, that I wasn't good enough, that I couldn't do it, that I didn't have what it takes. And so there are moments on this journey where I felt defeated. I felt powerless because I had jumped into masterminds, worked with different mentors, jumped into different programs to learn what did I need to do in order to be successful, to create the life that I wanted, while also helping the people and making an impact in a way that I wanted to help people and make an impact. But no matter what strategies I implemented, it didn't get the results that I was hoping. And so that led me feeling defeated and powerless, wanting to give up. But I realized I had a choice. I had a choice in every moment when I went into that feeling of defeat and powerlessness. I could give up, but then I knew that if I were to give up, I would not fulfill my purpose in life. And I didn't want to get to the end of my life looking back saying, I didn't get to fulfill my purpose. If I gave up, then I knew I would have failed because I learned on this journey that there's really no such thing as failure unless you quit. Yes, you may implement something and it may not work out the way that you want, but it's always an opportunity to learn. So I love the quote by Nelson Mandela that says, I either win or I learn. I never lose. And it's such a powerful quote because it was a mantra that I took on at the beginning to help me overcome this belief that I was going to fail. Like, no matter what I was going to do, I was going to fail. Instead, I shifted my perspective to say, okay, that didn't work out. So, what can I learn from it? I started asking God, like, why is this, instead of why is this happening to me? What can I learn from this? And it really helped me to pick myself back up in those moments when I felt defeated and I felt like I was not going to be successful as an entrepreneur. So, mindset has really played a huge key. And not only that, this journey has taken me on a path to really, really dig even deeper into the subconscious mind, to tune into my body and listen for the cues when I'm stuck in a paradigm or there's a limiting belief that's coming up that is keeping me stuck or causing me to go into this pattern, this vicious cycle of feeling hopeless and powerless and defeated. So that way I can break the cycle, shift out of it and keep going and keep pushing forward and keep focusing on the bigger impact that I want to make. And by doing so, I realize once I tune into what's happening in the subconscious mind, if physically I'm feeling low energetically, tightness, tension in my body, it's impacting my sleep and my gut. When I start to make the shift and change the belief, break the paradigm, it causes a release in my energy and it allows me to show up in such a different state as a different person. And the biggest thing that I realized is that, yeah, I have a choice. I can continue living in the old identity of who I once was, or every moment that is that I am presented with that challenges me, I have the choice to choose something different. I can I have the choice to step into a new identity. I get to choose what that new identity is. And that's exciting because when I choose a different belief, choose a different pattern, show up in a different way, the energy that gets released is incredible. Like it's so hard to explain, but to me, it's like, after you climb the mountain and you get to the top and there's all those challenges along the way, and then you just take in the view and it's just so breathtaking and you're just so present and you're just so full of energy and life. That's exactly what that feels like. Because yeah, when we are in alignment with who we are, when we break through the old patterns, break through the old identity, and step into who we really are, that energy that gets released, it's amazing. Every cell comes alive. You literally become magnetic because you are radiant. And that is my goal, to help every person to tap into that energy that's already within them. So you can step into who God created you to be, to fulfill your purpose in this life, to make a bigger impact. So if there's any area of your life where you are feeling stuck energetically, whether it's in your business, with your health, any area of your life, that's what I'm here to help you with, to help you get unstuck so we can release that energy and you can, yeah, move forward, take action, achieving everything that you want in your life. So if you are ready to do this, send me a DM on Instagram. I'd love to chat. Until then, stay tuned for the next episode.